Attention all travelers. A major shift is happening in air travel and it could directly impact the next trip. Your carry-on bag might be banned in 2025, and millions of flyers could be caught off guard if they are not prepared. Airlines, airports, and international travel bodies are introducing stricter rules that will change what passengers can bring on board. If travelers don't stay informed, they may end up paying unexpected fees or even having their beloved carry-on bags rejected at the gate. To stay updated with critical travel changes, important packing tips, and everything needed for a smooth journey, make sure to subscribe to the channel today. It only takes a second and ensures that no important travel updates are ever missed. Number 1. New size and weight restrictions are coming. Starting in 2025, new international guidelines are being proposed that will shrink the allowable size and weight for carry-on luggage. For years, each airline had its own slightly different policies, creating confusion for travelers hopping between carriers. Now, a more unified system is being pushed, but with stricter limits than most passengers are used to. A typical carry-on today measures around 22 by 14 by 9 inches. However, under new proposals, many airlines could cut this down to dimensions as small as 20 by 13 by 7 inches, with weight restrictions between 15 to 18 pounds. What this means is that even if a bag technically fits in the overhead bin today, it might soon be considered too large or too heavy. Passengers could be forced to either check their bag at an additional cost or be denied boarding with it entirely. To avoid surprises, travelers should check the updated policies for each airline well before departure. Number 2. Smart bags and tech-enabled luggage under scrutiny. Another major change coming is how technology-integrated luggage, often called smart bags, will be handled. Smart bags often have built-in batteries that power features like GPS tracking, USB charging ports, and electronic locks. While these features were once seen as futuristic and convenient, they are now raising safety concerns. Starting in 2025, many airlines plan to ban smart bags that do not have removable batteries. The lithium-ion batteries inside can pose a fire risk, especially if placed in the cargo hold. Even in the cabin, new rules may require the battery to be completely removed before boarding. Travelers relying on tech-heavy luggage should make sure their bags meet the upcoming safety standards or risk having them confiscated or banned altogether at check-in. Number 3. Environmental regulations targeting carry-ons. Governments and regulatory bodies are taking steps to reduce carbon emissions and waste associated with travel, and surprisingly, this includes new rules for carry-on baggage. Eco-friendly travel is no longer just a buzzword. It's becoming law. Several countries are pushing airlines to limit the amount and type of luggage allowed on planes to cut down on fuel usage. This could mean new restrictions on the materials used to manufacture carry-on bags. Non-recyclable plastics, heavy metals, and non-biodegradable materials could be banned from being sold as travel luggage. Some airports might even set up approved bag checks where travelers can only bring eco-certified bags on board. This move is intended to force both manufacturers and travelers to adopt greener habits, but it could catch many people off guard if they continue using older, non-compliant bags. Number 4. Overhead bin space to be sold separately. One of the most controversial changes coming in 2025 is the move toward charging separately for overhead bin space. Traditionally, the use of overhead bins was included in the price of a ticket, but airlines are increasingly seeing it as another source of revenue. Several low-cost airlines have already started experimenting with this model, and by 2025, it could become an industry standard. Travelers could be forced to prepay for the right to use the overhead bin, much like seat selection fees or checked baggage fees. If passengers don't reserve space ahead of time, they might be required to gate-check their carry-on bag, sometimes for a fee. The days of assuming that every bag has a free ride in the cabin are rapidly disappearing. Smart travelers will need to plan ahead and reserve bin space during booking to avoid frustration at the gate. Number 5. Security regulations. Tightening on what's inside carry-ons. Security protocols are getting even stricter, especially regarding what can and cannot be packed inside a carry-on bag. In 2025, new regulations could expand the list of restricted items, with stricter rules on electronics, liquids, powders, and even some personal care products. TSA and similar agencies in other countries are working together, to create a unified list of banned or restricted items that will apply to both domestic and international flights. Some of the proposed changes include tighter rules on battery-powered devices, even stricter liquid limits despite advances in screening technology, and bans on certain types of food items. Travelers who pack casually without reviewing updated guidelines could find themselves stuck at security checkpoints, forced to throw away expensive electronics, perfumes, or cosmetics. Staying informed and adjusting packing habits will be absolutely crucial for smooth, stress-free travel in 2025 and beyond. Number 6. Carry-on bag brands facing certification requirements. In a move that will reshape the luggage industry by 2025, many carry-on bags may be required to carry official certification marks to be accepted by major airlines. Just as electronics have UL or CE certification to meet safety standards, carry-on luggage could soon need approval seals confirming that they meet airline regulations for size, material, and battery safety. This means that purchasing a random bag online or using an older suitcase might no longer guarantee hassle-free boarding. Travelers may need to ensure that their luggage is airline certified, with clear labels visible during security checks or boarding. Without such certification, passengers might be forced to check their bags at an additional cost, or worse, be denied carrying them onto the plane. This change will favor trusted, established brands and could make travel more expensive for those unaware of the new rules. Number 7. Regional differences will cause confusion. While global airlines are working towards standardizing policies, the reality is that regional differences will still exist, and they might become even more confusing in 2025. For example, European low-cost carriers might adopt much stricter carry-on rules compared to American airlines, while Asian airlines could impose different requirements altogether. A carry-on bag approved in the United States might be rejected in Japan, and a bag allowed in Europe might be banned when traveling domestically within Australia. Travelers who are taking multi-leg international trips could find themselves compliant at one airport, but non-compliant at the next, leading to unexpected fees, forced bag checks, or even repacking at the airport. Understanding the rules for every airline and airport on an itinerary will become more critical than ever before. Thorough research before every trip will not just be recommended, it will become absolutely necessary to avoid major inconveniences and delays. Number 8. Premium economy and business class will offer bigger carry-on privileges. Not all the news is negative. In fact, one of the silver linings to the new carry-on restrictions is that premium economy and business class travelers will often be allowed to bring larger or heavier carry-ons compared to economy passengers. Airlines are looking for new ways to add value to premium tickets, and offering extra luggage allowances is one of the strategies being introduced. Starting in 2025, premium economy passengers might be permitted slightly larger dimensions or additional weight limits for their carry-ons, while business class flyers could enjoy even more generous rules. This change could influence how travelers book flights, as those carrying expensive equipment, bulky electronics, or essential work materials might find it worth upgrading their ticket just to accommodate their luggage needs. However, for economy-class travelers, careful downsizing and meticulous packing will become the norm if they want to avoid additional charges. As airlines and governments roll out these sweeping changes, one thing is absolutely clear. The way people pack, travel, and even purchase luggage will never be the same again. The carry-on bag that has served faithfully for years could very soon become a thing of the past unless travelers adapt to the new reality. From stricter size regulations and smart bag scrutiny to environmental certifications and shifting airline policies, staying updated will no longer be optional. It will be essential for a stress-free travel experience. Those who prepare early will avoid unexpected fees, last-minute airport chaos, and unnecessary headaches. For more crucial travel updates, smart packing tips, and everything needed to navigate the evolving world of air travel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and here's to smoother, smarter travels ahead.